Hello YouTube, this is Lewis on Trend, aka M25, aka Lewis JM, and oh boy, this is gonna be a lot to process. So, as you might or may not know, I'm a big Marvel fan. I watch all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, some good, some okay, nothing bad. I'm into the whole Cinematic Universe. I mean, I'm pretty sure some exceptions, like say those that are out of the movie, like say X-Men or the Fantastic Four reboot were the worst. But I'm getting out please. So yeah, I enjoyed the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I loved the Infinity Wars Endgame two-parter, the whole Thor getting better with Ragnarok, the whole Iron Man saga that goes up to the end. Spoiler, he dies. And all things considered. But then, like, a few weeks ago, something happened that was unexpected and caught everyone by surprise. Being that it has turned out that Sony decided to cut ties with the Marvel Disney brand and take Spider-Man back to their company. And I'm like, really? You want to take your franchise back, given the fact that this is going to be a huge problem within its cinematic universe, which I'm going to get to later on. So now they're going to go on ahead and put Spider-Man back into their whole Sinister Six movie crap, and oh boy, this is like a lot to process. But why don't we just begin with the reason why Spider-Man's being pulled off the Marvel Disney brand. See, back when Sony was struggling trying to make Spider-Man a legit thing, and considering after the whole dumpster fire that was The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Marvel itself was a little angry over the fact on how it's being presented and needed to repair the damage that Sony had done. So the obvious way, considering they're part of Disney, that they bring Spider-Man into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and to be fair, it was kind of an okay deal. With the only if Sony has like 100% of their end of the bargain, 100% of the investments mostly. So when Spider-Man came to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it was impressive. I mean, his debut at Civil War was okay. The Homecoming movie was kind of alright, but at least it gives Spider-Man the push he needed. He was pretty good with Infinity Wars, had a heartbreaking moment at Endgame, and judging by Far From Home, would become the next Iron Man, at least from what we knew from here on out. But then, after Far From Home came out, something happened. You see, Disney believed that once the Far From Home movie is over $1 billion, they would have to renegotiate the idea of splitting Sony and Marvel 50-50, as in 50-50 the investment, the stock shares, pretty much everything. Now, under all circumstances, it doesn't make sense, because Spider-Man is becoming a huge deal from within the cinematic universe, and to be fair, Sony would still get money. It's just only 50%. But Sony, considering they're becoming like one of the abusive family presidents, doesn't want that. Would want to set up for a divorce and want to take Spider-Man with them, and that lies the big problem between both Sony and Marvel. Let me explain to you why it's bad for both ends, starting with the Marvel Disney aspect. See, the Cinematic Universe is picking up steam. They completed the Endgame movie, so they're now going to move on to Phase 5 or Phase 4 coming next year. So they're going to have to set up some new films. So far, we see like a couple of interesting developments between movies such as Blade, Black Panther 2, Captain Captain Marvel, another Thor movie. This time we're bringing back a certain character that people know from the past two, well, for the first two Thor movies. It looks promising. Combine that with Disney Plus and its huge streams of original content, we're gonna have ourselves a big deal within the Marvel universe. But now this occurred, and the fact that Spider-Man's going to be now a Sony sole property, this is gonna be a bit of an issue, because what they're going to do, they're just gonna write him off, or they're just gonna mention a bit as an honorable mention. It does boggle the head. Even worse so is the fact that they're gonna come up with the next Avengers movie and say 2023 at least. So, and the question still swirling would be, who would be the leader? I mean, let's face it, by the looks of things, Spider-Man would have been a legit leader, because he's being tutored by Iron Man. He's learning the ropes of being a big-time hit superhero. Would make an honorary Avenger, would make a good Avenger, and preferably a captain or leader of the group. But now that he's being taken off the universe, who would make a better leader than him? I mean, let's face it, Iron Man, Black Widow are dead. Captain America's an old person now. You have Thor, who has one more movie before a big send-off, and also the fact that both Hawkeye and Hulk are just side characters mostly. Oh, okay, maybe Hulk had his own movie, but that was a long time ago. You get the message. Even Hawkeye's going to have his own miniseries at Disney Plus, so there are the questions. So, who's going to be the big-time leader for this group? That's what I want to know. I mean, maybe Captain Marvel, but it's only one movie and it's still early to figure it out. Dealing with Black Panther, as his second movie is going to come out, and let's face it, juggling between being an ambassador of Wakanda and a leader of the Avengers could be a bit of a problematic. Not to mention that both the Winter Soldier and Falcon, who were Cap's friends, are going to be in their own little series, so we don't know if either of them will be the leader. This is going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, I'm pretty sure they might figure something out before the Avengers film comes around, but until then, and their big-time character Spider-Man is not going to be a leader. That I can assure you. And then we're going to move on to the Sony aspect, because we all know that Sony kind of ruined Spider-Man once after they decided to reboot the entire franchise after Spider-Man 3. And oh boy, we all know how that went. So, now that Spider-Man's going to be back into Sony's clutches, what are they going to do with the property? Are they going to keep Tom Holland and keep the whole and keep that Spider-Man? Or are they going to reboot it again and make it 10 times worse than the Amazing franchise? Because it's going to be a problem. I know that they want to do that just so they can be able to complete their Sinister Six arc with Spider-Man, and oh my god, the fact that they're doing like solo movies of some of the bad guys kind of raises a lot of questions. I mean, okay, maybe Venom was an alright movie. It was kind of interesting, and it's no doubt that they're going to put up a sequel to Venom sometime soon. But yeah, I guess Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse was a huge success, especially considering that it won an Oscar for Best Picture, but Best Animated Feature actually. But if they're gonna reboot a Spider-Man, I fear that it's going to be bad, if not worse, than what they did previously. Who knows? Maybe they might actually bring back Andrew Garfield for this whole thing, and oh my god, it's going to be a mess. Look, it's still in the air if Spider-Man is really going to be back in Sony or not. Who knows? They could still try to negotiate this before the next Avengers film and maybe set something up. But ultimately, for what I think would happen was that maybe Sony would come to the agreement of having Spider-Man stay in the cinematic universe, have the 50% of their profits with the 50% of Disney's, and who knows, maybe get all of the Sinister Six villains into the fold. I mean, we've already seen it with the Vulture and Mysterio. Maybe get everyone else together. Maybe bring Venom into the cinematic universe. I don't know. I'm trying to put together ideas here. And have Sony keep the Into the Spider-Verse series, because you know they're gonna have a sequel. Still, until anything happens, it is what it is. Spider-Man gonna be stuck in gonna be back in Sony, be stuck with a rehashed reboot or worse. Oh God, help us if this goes downhill from here. So this is my thought for my thoughts on Spider-Man and the whole Sony Disney Marvel debacle. If you agree to me on these sort of things, leave a comment below, leave a like below, and let me know what you think of the whole issue. So this is Louis Trans. Hope you enjoyed this little rant, thoughts, whatever that I set up. Leave a like and comment down below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I hope to see you guys next time. # where are the good cartoons?